That's how I get that ooh.
And now back to your regularly scheduled program.
What's goody YouTube? How's everyone doing? Welcome to the channel, or welcome back to yet another live reaction video. If you're new here for the first time, my name is TMR, and since you clicked on this video, you might as well subscribe to the YouTube channel, leave your comments down below, and enjoy this reaction video. What's goody YouTube? What's good, TMR gang? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to yet another live reaction video. I'm your girl TMR. Thank y'all so much for stopping what you were doing and meet me over in this daggone break room, y'all. Yes, Trinice. Oh boy. All right, y'all see the title, honey. And we gonna talk about this Diddy trial, honey, and Cassie being on stand and her testimony for the past 3 days. There are a lot of people on social media that are covering the Cassie trial or the Diddy trial, and Cassie being the star witness, and obviously her, pretty much going in the beginning because of her being very, very pregnant. And I know I told you guys the other day I've been watching Armand Wiggins. I've been watching a couple other people too because Chronicle Speaks, Tisa Tales, all of them are doing a really, really good job. It's a lot of people covering it. I just don't even know what to think anymore, man. I really don't. I just don't know what to think. Give me a moment, y'all, because shit, I should have brought my glasses. Good evening, everybody. Yes, we doing a late live. Hey, Trinice. Hey, everybody in the chat. And the reason I said Trinice because I just seen her name. Uniquely Say Cheese, your girl Pearl, Essie Johnson, Sierra, Amar, Jess, JB. Welcome, ladies. Welcome, everybody, to the break room. Mama Twizzers, how are you? Hey, Anisha. Hey, Nicole. Is it Lola? Hey, Lola. Hey, Mary Blue. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Empress. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the break room. So what y'all think so far? Hey, Catcher. Thank you. Yes, make sure y'all clock into the break room. Y'all, these text messages and Cassie telling her story of her 10, 11 years with Diddy and all that she went through trying to be with this man. You know, everybody has their different opinions about this, but at the end of the day, the one thing you have to admit is that lady definitely was a victim. Regardless if she stayed and endured it or not, it's obvious, y'all. He got that lady when she was very ripe, very young, early 20s, and she was very impressionable by this man's fame and what he could possibly provide her in her singing career. The fact that she signed a 10 record deal with Diddy and only produced one record out of 10, she did more freak offs than she did anything else. I just, you know, there's a lot of conversation where people are saying, why she just didn't leave? And as you hear the questions that's being answered of Cassie by prosecution and defense, the defense is actually got her now doing their line of questioning. And that was a strategic move for them to use a woman to, um, ask her questions, opposed to using one of the men on Diddy's defense team. That was very strategic for them to do that. I think obviously they did that because it looked better. you know. And maybe they also did it to make Cassie feel more comfortable, talking about her past with the woman. Although, everything that this woman's whole sex life is public knowledge now. It's like, my God. Um, you said you're disgusted by Diddy. I mean, it's I don't even know what to say. I just, and this man was doing this at, 6 kids. He has daughters. He has a mama. Um, I'm sure he got aunts, a grandmother, and it's the way he manipulated that girl, and how she started normalizing what was going on. And as you know, y'all know she was addicted to drugs, and you know she was also in love with Diddy, and she was doing what she thought she needed to do to make this man love her. This man was taking her all over the world. She was, rubbing elbows with people that she probably thought she would have never rubbed elbows with. And my thing is this, in the testimony of Cassie, and reading text messages that her and Diddy were texting, between each other, emails and things of that nature throughout the years that they were together. And at times, Cassie would say in those text messages years ago that she was ready for the next FO, the freak off, and things of that nature. And it's obvious that she was trying to please this man. The fact that the way he was tramping this girl out all over, all across the globe, basically, and then would have her on his shoulder at red carpet events and stuff. It just, now that you look back at those pictures and of them at several, certain events and stuff like that, and now you thinking, all you thinking in your mind is, you had this woman on the red carpet at, all posed up in photos of her like I was some really happy cute couple, and behind the scenes it was literally a nightmare. And I'm gonna be honest. I wasn't in that lady's shoes, right? So I can't tell you. I can't say, well, she should have did this. She should have did. I mean, shoulda, coulda, woulda, right? I wasn't under the influence that obviously she was up under. Let's be honest, y'all. There are women out here that let men do similar things to them, and they don't have nowhere, and those men don't have nowhere near the notoriety or money that Diddy has. It's chicks out here letting dudes dog them out, and these men don't even have jobs, let alone a billionaire. You know, and yes, you would say, like, my God, lady, why you just didn't walk away? Because there was, if you listen to the testimony, there were times in between that 10, 11 years that they were, to quote unquote, together. Cassie was dating other men, and but she was always drawn back to him. And yes, you could say, well, why she just didn't, when she got away, why she just didn't stay away? But my thing is this, like, we can't keep putting fault on her, because obviously she was vulnerable, right? Naive, vulnerable, definitely a victim of the situation. But it's, in my mind, it's like, well, how come we won't put any onus on Diddy? Like, as a man, where was your moral compass? The fact that you was letting men degrade this woman, peeing on her, you peeing on her, he peeing on, like, I'm just thinking to myself, like, and in my mind, I do understand that Cassie was under the influence of narcotics, alcohol, and every other. But in my mind, I'm just thinking to myself, I'm like, sis, no, how, like, how did you even think this man could possibly have any feelings for you, and he's letting men pee on you? Now, obviously, y'all, the things that was going on was very demonic. That wasn't normal behavior. You know, that just wasn't normal X practices. It just, well, at least it ain't normal for me. And I'm just like, But it's just like, okay, yeah, you if you want to say, well, Cassie, why you just didn't? It's just why you didn't? Why did you? And then you would also have to say, Diddy, why would you do this woman like that? Like, what the hell did the woman do to you to make you? But there's the old saying, a man is only gonna treat you the way you allow him to. I'm gonna say that again. A man is only gonna treat you the way you allow him to. Cassie talked about sores in her mouth from all the different penises, and her still having to perform sexual acts, and she got all these sores in her mouth. She also talked about having several UTIs. And I'm sorry, y'all. It couldn't have been just UTIs. It had to be some type of BV involved in that too. She even spoke up to the point where her body became resistant to the antibiotics. Like her urinary tract infections that she stated she had were so severe that the antibiotics wasn't even working anymore. So you could just imagine how that made her body feel, especially when she came off that high. You know, throat sores in your mouth, and your vaginal area ain't right, and the fact that she would still have to perform in these FOs with her body in that condition. I mean, they could be friction sores. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, I don't know. Only person that knows is her and the doctor that took care of her. I don't know. She just said sores. Um, hey, Allie. And now, you know, looking back where she's at now, she's, obviously in a very healthy relationship. She's married. Um, and she's married to Fine. I can't think of his first name, last name Fine, which was actually her personal trainer when she was with Diddy. She met Fine while she was with Diddy. And pregnant. I think she has one or two children. I know for sure one. I don't know if she has two, but she's pregnant with, I don't know if this is her second or third child, but I know for sure she has one. I think it's a little girl. And I knew that from when the lawsuit came out back in 2023. Is it two girls? Okay. So this is her third child. Okay, thank you. It's her third child. I mean, y'all, obviously before 2023, I remember the song Just Me and You. Baby, did you like it? I used to like that song. Just me and you. And prior to 2023, I hadn't thought no more of Cassie or that song, unless they played it in a remix or something like that. So, she's obviously somebody I didn't keep up with throughout the years. Um, to be honest with you, I know more about Cassie now, hearing more about her now than I did back in the day when her and Diddy were quote unquote a couple. I didn't even, I never even knew who actually sung that song. I just remember hearing it and liking the beat of it. You said I hate it when there isn't good, but she's pretty. Yeah, she is. She's pretty. You said you hate her music. I like that song. That's the only song that I know of that I like the song. It was catchy. Um, but and there's more witnesses to come. Obviously, apparently Danny D. Kane, a couple of the girls from Danny D. Kane are supposed to be I think they're going to be on the stand tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. So, there's a lot. There's a lot to unpack when you listen to Cassie and listen to her. The way that she's able to sit up there and you know, basically go through again and again and again, the horror that she went through for so many years. Now she's 38 years old. And she talked about wanting to unalive herself. I mean, obviously, y'all, like, my God, that's just horrible that a man could treat a woman so horribly, especially a woman that you prancing all in front of the world. And at this point, I mean, how did he treat the other women? Like Misa Hilton, his first baby mama, Justice mama, Kim Porter. Like, how do you, I mean, I know there's things that's been coming out here lately, but, and obviously, may she rest in peace. Kim Porter is no longer with us, but it's just like, why her? Like, why did you do her? Like, why did you do Cassie like that? I'm not saying that he was the best baby daddy to Kim Porter or Misa Hilton, because apparently there's some talk that he beat up Misa Hilton when she was his assistant. I'm just, why Cassie? Why did you do her like that for so many years? Like, why did you do that lady like that? Like, why her? Like, did you, what? It's in my mind. It's like, sir, were you offended that she was so beautiful? Like, it's the fact that it's sad that Cassie allowed that man to have so much power over her, and the fact that he got high off that power, literally and figuratively. He got high off that power that he had over that woman, and that's just the one we know about. Can y'all imagine how many more out there is? Who, obviously there's some who have came up and spoke up, but there's obviously going to be some that's not going to speak at all. It's probably some that can't speak, if you know what I mean, allegedly. And I'm just thinking to myself, I'm like, no wonder that a lot of his artists that was under his bad boy label, majority of them really didn't become of anything. Child, you was too busy freaking off. Instead of running, like, you was too busy doing that. That's why they have them artists, and a vast majority of them really ain't about it in today's time, because you was too busy FOing all over the world. You said I'm breaking up. Am I still breaking up, y'all? I don't know how I'm on my phone and it got good reception. The audio bad? Hold on. Okay. What about now? I turned my Wi-Fi off. What about now? Okay. All right. I'm just saying, y'all. It's and then the whole baby oil thing. Like, all this, and it is all the people that saw him abusing this woman, and most of the men had wives and daughters of their own at home. And y'all was sitting there letting this man, I get that was your quote unquote employer. But it's the fact that even the escorts, like all these men that witnessed, because Cassie told that she was, you know, like it would happen behind closed doors and in front of the escorts and security. Like, oh, a lot of people were very aware of how Diddy was treating her. Hold on, y'all. It gotta be StreamYard. Right, Vaughn. That's so true. All right, y'all, let me know what is it doing now when I talk. Nobody saved Aaliyah either. Yeah, most people were scared of him, but apparently he was a punk. So I don't know why. Okay. All right, y'all. Let me go in the house and let me see if I can do it in there. I'll come back.